Hello everybody, it's Larry and welcome to today's video. We have a surprise video for you today. I did not intend to make this. In fact, I didn't even know anything about it until today. So I just happened to log into Ancestry and we found something brand new that you're going to want to know about, want to use, and want to share with all your friends. So let's get right to it. And it happens to deal with the DNA matches. So we're going to click on DNA and we're going to go straight to DNA matches. I don't want to waste a lot of time going to the DNA main page and going that way. We're just going to go straight to it. Notice right here at top, we have a brand new filter interface. This is really nice. So if I click on unviewed, for instance, it's going to filter my list, give me all the unviewed. So here I have a new first cousin just popped in. You know, I think she was in the last video earlier this week, and I still haven't viewed it. But clicking on unviewed can filter there. But now you're going to be able to say, okay, I want to know, are there any McFarlands that are unviewed? Well, I forgot to pick the McFarland and click apply. So I'm going to click on unviewed, and then I'm going to say McFarland and apply. So are there any new McFarlands? Look at all these people with McFarland. You know, they're at a distance, but still, these are for some fourth cousins. There's some potentially useful information here. We got some trees. Well, which one have public trees? Looky here. We can go to publicly linked trees and filter again. Instead of it being all in the one where you get public trees or unviewed or this, it's now separated. So now I'm looking at all my McFarlands that have publicly linked trees that I haven't seen. Look at this. This is great. This is really nice. Okay, so I'm going to reset the filters. And for those of you who don't know, the common ancestors means if you've taken a DNA test and you've linked your DNA to a tree and they have too, and Throughlinez has made that match, then it shows up here and it'll say common ancestor under there. So I'm going to look at my cousin JC, and I talk to her all the time. And so notice here on her family tree, it has her father, has her mother, Geraldine Edmund Brown, and it doesn't have any more in the tree. That's where the tree ends, okay? These other are dead branches as she was figuring out her tree. But Geraldine's mother was Dolly, and Geraldine's father was Clarence. And we've talked, and we've ironed this out. She just hasn't added it to the tree because now she knows and doesn't feel the need to come back online and add that. But since she took the DNA test, she was able to connect with me, and we've corresponded and stuff. So she feels quite comfortable with the way things are there. But notice how Throughlinez correctly said that the parents of Geraldine were Clarence and Edmund. Okay, and that's really nice for everybody involved, for her, for me, and for everybody. But common ancestors, if you click this common ancestors, it means Throughlinez has stitched together what it thinks. Now, it doesn't mean that it's right. Okay, you still have to verify. You still have to check your census reports, check your find a grave records, check your, your land documents, whatever shows that they have a kinship, maybe find a will or obituary or something. You still have to do that. But this gives you a great head start. Clicking this common ancestors right straight away. And why this wasn't used nearly as much before is because it was in the same drop down of the filters with the other stuff. Now you can use it with things, and we'll come back to that in a sec. Here's those that I've messaged. I won't pull up everybody that I've messaged or in my notes. That's you'll have your stuff. It'll be private there. Trees. This is nice. I get only publicly linked trees if I want, or I can get unlinked trees. But this is going to be my de facto standard, publicly linked trees. And the reason is this person will have linked themselves to the tree, and I can look from them up the tree and figure it out with their centimorgans. So I pretty much always work with the publicly linked trees. Okay, that's going to be really handy. The shared DNA, you can go all your matches, close matches, fourth cousins or closer. Or you can go only your distant matches if you want to work through those. And this one right here, custom centimorgan range. I can go from 50 over to 100. And I'm only going to work in this block of people. Well, in by itself, that says, okay, I don't know how useful that is. I really don't know where they're at yet. But let's say that I pick Perryman and I apply that. So now I'm picking only those people that fit that range, 50 to 100 in Perryman. That is so cool. And the best of them all, and forgive me if I sound a little overly excited, but I am. This is really cool. This is now multiple selection. Okay, so you won't be clicking all of them because the people that won't be a lot useful. But let's say, for instance, on my paternal sign, I have Browns and McFarlands. Notice there's 317 here, 207 there. I click apply. There are only 18 here. Only 18. And they meet both criteria. See this dark blue one, see the pop-up right below the tooltip says paternal McFarland, and over here it says paternal Brown. Okay, so all of these have the dark blue one, notice, and then on the left, notice all of them have that light blue one. Okay, so this is an and selection, not an or, it's and. It has to be Brown and McFarland. That person has to have both in their trees or they won't show up. And so I've got an aunt who is only McFarland, and so she wouldn't show up there. So if I take off the Brown, and we do that, and so right here I have my half aunt who shows up because she is only a McFarland. See here, the Browns also show up, okay? But I'm looking for maybe one particular line. Maybe I'm looking for an intersection between two families. That's going to be incredibly powerful. In fact, I would venture to say that somebody this weekend who watches this video will be able to multiple select some of the lines if you've clustered them out. If you haven't clustered them out, look back at the clustering video and see how to do it. But for those that have clustered their lines out and you're still looking for some breakthroughs, you can click on the lines and get some and see who's in that. And say, okay, this person's in that one. So whether they have a publicly linked tree, or in that case, if they didn't, I would look at the unlinked trees because I'd really be delving into that area to find out, if they have my breakthrough at that point. I always start with the public because A, it's easier, and B, because, well, it's easier. Anyway, so there you have it. The new AncestryDNA filter matches. This is very powerful. And again, one more time, we're going to do the Brown, and I'm going to do the Perryman, and I'm going to look at the map this time. So I did that, and we looked, and now there's only 18 matches going to pull up. And so just to verify, notice it doesn't continue on. There's only 18 matches. What I really would have hoped for was when I clicked map, because I've got this list, that list would have been the ones that showed up on the map. That would have been helpful because I could kind of track patterns. If I go back to list, it's still my same list of 18 people. So it did keep that and didn't reset, but it didn't really show me the extras. Now, you notice right here, see these two with red? I'm going to hover over that for just so you can see it. Important. Because these two people I found have the intersections that I need in order to make the breakthrough. Their trees have the information. I haven't yet done something with it, so I just flagged it real quick. I created an important category, which means it's there. It has what I need. I need to come back to it and fix it and get my tree to add their stuff. So these two people have the data I need. I need to get it while their profiles are still there, I guess. But anyway, there you have it. It's brand new as of today. It may or may not be active on your profile yet. It probably is, but it may not be. If it's not, it will be soon. I don't know if it's worldwide. I'm in the U.S. This is the US.com one. I hope it goes worldwide. It doesn't say beta, so I'm imagining that this is going to roll out to everybody really soon if you don't already have it. Again, this is a first look. This just happened today. This is hot off the press, so your friends probably haven't seen this. So if you want to be the first in your group to share it, this is going to help some people. Like I said, somebody this weekend will see this video and use this feature to do the multiple select, maybe with the public trees onto it, and they're going to find a breakthrough. I can almost guarantee it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Click the bell notification, and that way, whenever we put out a video, you'll get notified because, as things come out like this is a same-day thing. You'll be one of the first to know what's changed, and we'll try to keep you abreast of all that. And as always, I appreciate you listening. Thank you, and have a great weekend.